Hey there! Today we're going to gently pull back the curtain on something we use every single day, web pages. We're going to explore this beautiful, kind of invisible structure that makes everything you see and click on, well, possible.
Really think about it for a second. You click a like button and poof, the counter goes up. You type a comment and it just shows up right there. Or a little notification slides into the corner of your screen. How does all of that happen so seamlessly without a full page refresh?
It totally feels like magic, right? But it's not. It's actually this really elegant system working behind the scenes. Think of it like a living map of the page that your browser uses to understand and, interact with everything you see.
Okay, so let's dive in. To really get a handle on this system, it helps to first think of it as a kind of blueprint. A blueprint for your browser.
So the official name for this blueprint is the Document Object Model, or just the DOM. Now, I know that sounds super technical, but the idea behind it is actually pretty simple. The slide mentions it's an API, which is really just a set of rules that lets different programs talk to each other. In this case, the DOM is the special language that lets scripts communicate with and understand the structure of a web page. So when your browser gets the code for a website, it uses the DOM to translate all that code into a plan it can actually use. This blueprint tells the browser exactly where everything goes, every button, every image, every single chunk of text.
And here's where it gets really interesting. The shape of this blueprint, it's not what you'd expect. The browser doesn't see a page as just a flat document. It sees it as a tree.
So on the left here, you can see some pretty standard HTML code. You've probably seen something like it before. But on the right, that's how the browser actually sees it. It sees this whole hierarchical structure, a lot like a family tree. Every little piece of the page has its own special place in this tree.
And we can even use the language of a family tree to get it. Every single element, whether it's a headline, a paragraph, an image, is called a node. A node that holds other nodes inside it, that's a parent. And the nodes inside are its children. And any nodes on the same level, sharing that same parent, are siblings. See? It's just like a family.
This whole structure is so brilliant because it turns a static document into this dynamic collection of individual objects. By organizing everything into this tree, the browser can find any single element, any node, and mess with it directly without having to reload the entire page. And that, right there, is the secret sauce.
Okay, so now that we get the structure, this tree, let's look at how it allows pages to become so dynamic and interactive.
This quote really hits the nail on the head. Because every element is its own distinct object in the tree, programming languages like JavaScript can find them and change them. The DOM is basically the bridge that lets a script reach into the page's structure and alter any part of it. The whole process is actually wonderfully simple. So first, an event happens. Let's say you click a button. Second, a script wakes up and uses the DOM to find the exact node it needs to change. Third, the script does its thing. Maybe it changes the text or the color of that node. And finally, the browser sees that change in the DOM tree and instantly redraws just that one part of the screen. That's it.
All that amazing interactivity we see online is really just a constant, quiet conversation. A script says, "Hey DOM, can you change this little piece of the tree over here?" And the DOM says, "You got it." And the browser makes it happen. It's this beautiful, elegant little dance going on all the time.
And you know what the best part is? This amazing, fundamental structure of the web, it isn't locked away somewhere. You can actually see it for yourself.
And that's right. It's not really hidden at all. Every time you load a web page, you're also loading this invisible tree. And with just a couple of clicks, you can bring it right into view.
Pretty much all modern browsers come with these built-in developer tools. This here is a screenshot of what's often called the DOM inspector. It's a live, explorable view of the very tree we've been talking about for whatever page you happen to be on. So here's something you can try, whenever you feel like it. Go to any website you want, right-click anywhere on the page, and just choose Inspect. A panel will pop up. And what you're seeing, that's it. That's the living, breathing DOM tree for that page. You can click around, expand the different nodes, and just see for yourself how it's all put together.
The DOM is this great reminder that so many of the complex, amazing systems we interact with every day are built on a simple, logical, and honestly kind of beautiful hidden foundation. It really makes you wonder, what other elegant structures are quietly holding up the world all around us?